All right. Welcome back to another episode of She, the NBA Junkie and B-Ball Junkies. Oh
Hmm.
my goodness. It has been very wild in a week.
Man, makes me like really happy that NBA basketball's back. It's getting a little tough though, because they had some good college games on last night. The Champions Classic they have every year with Duke, Michigan State, Kentucky, and
Mhm.
Kansas. So I had to catch a little piece of those before the NBA games got too they got
Right.
too good, so I had to turn it off. But yeah, college basketball's coming back, so just a good time to be a basketball fan right now.
I miss that, but I do have to lock back into college for real.
Mm, I wouldn't say lock in, but it's just be a casual and pick up on the big games. Because we're like really in deep NBA fans and we're analysts at this point.
Right.
So at this point, it's really just about looking at who's the next NBA talent or who we could or who our team might draft and stuff.
Right.
So, just pick up on the big games. You ain't got to watch everything. But that being said, yesterday, what was the first game yesterday? It was an in-season tournament, group play day, as well
Mhm.
as, I mean, they coincide together. So just normal regular season game, but also
Right.
group play for in-season tournament. Um, I didn't know who started it yesterday, but
I think the two Giants did. Well, technically, I think the Sixers and Pacers went first, but the first on TV game was the two demigods against each other, which was very disappointing, by the way.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do know why they put them on live TV, but I forgot. I was being a little dumb because we're always so skeptical with the picks, the top picks,
Hmm.
especially the ones that have so much hype too. So I was very blown away and I guess validated that Wimby was what he was, but I got sucked into that, and you got to remember that the Spurs are not a good team.
Right.
So, and so they're just, I for some reason, a thought creeped into my mind that the Spurs may make the playoffs, and I feel
I
dumb for thinking
mean, when I watched them whoop my team back to back times, I probably thought the same thing, which pisses me off more because Chet and Wimby had good games against us and played like shit against each other yesterday. So I'm so annoyed.
that. Yeah, but I don't know. They're rookies. I guess that's the best way to say it. They're rookies. You can't. Only rookie to ever go to all the whole way was Magic with a all-time great Kareem next to him. So whatever. So yeah, that was the first one on national
Right.
TV. The first game last night was the Hornets and the Heat. The Heat take that game. Honestly, I think the Heat they've been having the same season for the last 4 to 5 years of being very mediocre
Yep.
throughout the
They
regular
just
season.
fly
So
under the radar,
yeah,
be very comfortable being a whatever seed, and then tee up in the playoffs. It's really annoying.
and that's what I'm saying. It's like it's funny because it's the same thing. Like this is still regular season, but they win their in season tournament games. They
Right.
make sure to win those. The one so the playoffs and all the competition or real competition games is funny. They come up for that. They beat the Hornets last night in that in season tournament game. Next was the Hawks and the Pistons. Well, that was just a close one. Hawks
Yeah.
edged them out. Um, and so Pacers 76ers was the second of their back to back.
Yeah.
So Indiana had to get their get back after the darker Tyrese had his 50 burger on them. And we can stop real quick here and have you talk about both Tyrese's performances recently and the 76ers as a whole.
Yeah, man. And the Pacers too. Like, okay, so
Yeah.
I really am proud of Tyrese Maxey for this seamless adjustment since James Harden has, dipped off. Like, it's like he's been waiting for this moment because he looks great and they look
Mhm.
great. Even though Joel Embiid irks my soul, but he's still playing very good. So, congratulations to the Sixers because I thought they would have dropped off a lot if they got rid of James, but they look fine. So and then the Pacers, I really do feel like they will finish as a top four seed. I've
Mm,
watched the Cavs. I'm not super impressed. I think I would take the Pacers over them,
of course.
but
I wouldn't be
Yeah,
mad at that.
yeah.
I would not be mad.
I
I
like
agree.
Hallie right now.
I
Now the
mean, the
big
best part
debate
about
is,
him is he's consistent.
yeah, like it's been great. Like I think they're okay. They might be getting a little crazy putting him in top threes, but as of like right now, maybe. But I don't think he goes over Shea. As
Top
a
three
point
point
guard,
guard.
yes, yeah. But I think he might have a case for top five at this very moment.
Hmm. Top three is difficult because there is. I
Yes.
mean, you just specifically off the legacy of the point guards we still have. So that's hard to say because he only has one All Star. But he is a very, very easy 20 and 10. So,
Yeah.
and he shoots
I think he's averaging like
45% on
11 right
pull up
now.
threes.
Yeah, he's great. I love him. He's awesome. I wish he was a
He's
son.
so good. He's so good. He's efficient. He's smart. He's a playmaker. That was a very, very smart trade by both teams. Sac won and Indiana won. That's a very rare thing where both teams win, and they definitely won
Yeah.
on that one. But yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Pacers will be top six. That's for sure. If they're not top six, I will never fall in that trap again because how weak the East is looking right now, and
I
it's
mean, they
really,
really
really
should have
top
been
heavy.
top six last year. I'm not gonna lie, but Hallie got hurt for an extended time. I thought they were gonna make the playoffs last season, but
But they picked up some good stuff over the summer. Bruce
yeah,
Brown is
now they're
just
even
good with
better.
anybody, yeah. And then
Right.
I heard Obi Toppin had the game of his life last night, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been playing good for them too.
so yeah, they got some good things going on in Indiana. We'll see when we play them. We'll beat them up pretty easy.
No,
Um,
it will not be easy.
oh yeah, Cleveland 76ers, they're number one in the Eastern Conference as of now. Great
God,
start.
yeah, I
So
want to say now.
they had an
I
addition
will
by subtraction.
maybe, I'll maybe consider them legit if they beat the Celtics again. But the Celtics aren't healthy. But this is Jason Christopher's time to show me that he can actually play well against this team. Because that 51 he had in the playoffs is starting to look real fluky because he folded every time he played his team.
Eh,
Shoot.
he did it when it matters. So
Oh,
they gotta show us now, not the I think it's the other way that the Sixers gotta show us that they can knock off Boston. I don't think he gotta come and
I
play.
only think he has to come to play because I bet on him, and his prop is set so high because freaking Jalen Brown or Kristaps is not playing. So I don't know how this is about to go. Oh
Mm,
God.
that's gonna be that's gonna be a nail biter right there. Oh gosh. Well so yeah, that's one of the games. The next one on the marquee was the Magic and the Nets. Very
uh,
unfortunate game for the Magic, got blown out by 20. Good win for the
yeah,
Nets, I guess.
yeah.
Like you said,
They've
the
been
TV game
sneakily a
was
decent team.
who? The Nets?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Mm. Oh
A
yeah,
decent
quickly
team,
on
not
them.
good.
Ben Simmons has another, what is it called?
I saw that.
Bulging disc. Yeah, tough.
That
Very, very
baby.
tough.
Has he had surgery already?
Yeah, that was when he first got traded. He had surgery on his back to get
It
his
might
bulge,
be
and it was the
time to
same
call it
thing.
GG's.
It was the same thing, bulging disc. So
Hey, it
I
ain't looking good. That back ain't nothing to play with, man.
It isn't, but that's what I'm like. He's a pro athlete too. Like, all they're building up his muscle and stuff around. So, and I know it can be bad. Mine wasn't bad, but I know like Dad said
Right.
his was like really, really bad, and
Hmm.
so it must be bad for them. But I mean, they're professional athletes. Anything is probably they're
Right.
gonna make them go get
Right.
surgery and stuff. So hopefully he'll be back quick because I would hope it's not too invasive. But
Yeah. I thought that he's been playing. Well, I mean, he's been going a little bit back to his old self. So I was actually happy for him this year. So,
yeah, he's playing
but
better.
now,
I don't think it's possible for him to go back to
no,
all
no, no.
NBA Ben
He's not going to
Simmons.
score anymore. But he was at least, playing some defense, getting
Yeah,
some assists.
doing the easy part, which I
Yeah.
can commend someone for doing what they're supposed to do. So hopefully he gets a speedy recovery. Like you said, the Thunder demolished the Spurs. A
Yeah.
prime time live TV game. You know,
Was a
good for
waste.
OKC to get their shine on live TV. National TV, I mean. The Mavs and the Pelicans. Ooh, the Mavs did not play any defense last night. 131, 110. I guess Kyrie got hurt in that game because he's out for the next game with a left foot injury. So
Oh man.
the Mavs may be on a skid coming soon. They are
About
currently the
time,
number
because I
3
ain't been
team
playing
in the
nobody.
West. And they've lost to the good team they played, so and it's only 3, so I guess that's gonna be a little interesting going forward for them. Portland and the Jazz. The Jazz took that game at home. They're in our group, so us two are at the top of West Group A. We're
Mhm.
first by our point differential, but Utah's second, so it's looking like we're gonna make it out of there. Um, Next is the next national TV game after the Spurs with the Clippers and the Nuggets. Close game. At times it got a little,
Surprisingly,
yeah, it got a little stretched out at times in the game. The Clippers were leading early, but then
were they
that,
really?
yeah, that lasted for about maybe the first quarter. I think they ended. Oh no, and then because Denver came back, but I think at halftime they were up by like 11. So,
Uh-huh.
and then after that, it was just back and forth the rest of the game, and came down to a last shot that Paul George, I wouldn't say forced, but it was a very tough shot,
Wedgie.
extremely tough shot. I can't get
Jesus.
mad though because Paul George is tough. I wouldn't. I don't know who else you want to shoot at. James?
I just want a different result. At least hit the rim, babe. Where were you aiming if you wedgied it from the right wing? What are we
Nah,
doing?
that's crazy. That is crazy. I saw they were doing the
Like,
replay. The ball just boom. Like, dang, y'all.
yeah.
They doing the slow
Still.
mos and everything. I was like, that's crazy to have that as a final shot,
Oh
the game winning
my
shot, go boom right into the thing.
god.
But Clippers on a 6 game losing streak.
Yes, they have
Your
been 0
thoughts
and
on
6 since
that?
James Harden got traded.
Yep.
I don't actually know what to think. I told everybody else, I was like, y'all are getting really gassed up over a team thinking that they're going to be super good, but I was not expecting 0 and 6. I thought they would at least won one or two, you know. But this is rough. I don't know if they'll be able to figure that out by the end of the season. I'm not really sure. Because
Mm.
Kawhi looks like he's over the entire situation. So that doesn't bode well for them. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know how it's going to work out for them, along with
Um.
injuries. But I don't
Yeah.
want to say that they're bound to happen because my team is going through it right now. So,
Now that you say that, I'm gonna go off on that one. I think, and I don't want anybody to get injured, but if an
right.
injury does occur, that'll help. Probably.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
Taking
that'll
some of
help.
that away?
Because
Too
it's
much
not
going
even
on.
yeah, it's not even there. You don't got to think about passing the ball to him or he needs to get his shots because he's sitting. So
Right.
on that note, I think if it does happen in the future of this season, that'll aid them in a positive but also negative way. I
Right.
think Ty Lue's a good enough coach for them to figure it out, whatever figure it
For
out
sure.
means by the end of the season. If that means making the playoffs, I think they'll make the playoffs. If that means
Yeah.
going deep
They
in the
always
playoffs,
do.
we're gonna have to see matchups and all that type of stuff. But
If
because we
James
have
Harden is the last
multiple
healthy
people,
one.
that's what I'm like. We have multiple people who don't show up in the playoffs at certain times. So I mean,
Yep.
actually, really, we do. Only person who shows up 100% of the time is Russell Westbrook. Paul George is
Oh, I thought
gone
you were going to say Kawhi.
sometimes,
Oh, Kawhi is always hurt.
and
That's
yeah,
what
I was
you
about
mean
to
by
say
not
he's
showing
always
up.
yeah
Okay.
he's hurt or something. If he's there, he's great, spectacular,
Yes.
but he's not there sometimes. So the Clippers they're going to be an interesting team to follow through the season because getting off to such a bad start, losing 6, bro. I went through this last year. 2-10 is painful. It's very, very painful. And I already know the Clippers don't have the mindset to lock in and we got to win every game in the regular season type shit. So I'm not tripping. You already know what side I'm on. I don't really care about what they got going on over there. But it's interesting to say the least. Um The next game of the night was the T-Wolves and the Warriors, and
Which is why I missed the Nuggets and the Clippers because I was watching this bull crap.
I'm talking about a mix. So I had bet on Draymond to go less than 9 points, less than 9 points. And so I'm just checking, the game
Yay.
started. And I was like, I ain't gonna watch this game because the Laker game coming on in 30 minutes. But
Right.
I'm looking on ESPN, I see him and Clay are stuck at 2 minutes. And I'm like, what the heck? Are they on the bench or something? And then I'm all late to the NBA Twitter news and everything. Man. Okay, so what did you think? We'll break it down. First,
Bro.
what did you think
I'm talking
about
about I
Jaden
turned
and
it
Clay?
on. Okay. I turned the game on. The first thing I see is Rudy in the chokehold. I'm like, what? What 2 minutes into the game? What is going on? But at first, I thought that Jaden McDaniels had started it. But when you look back, Clay was holding his jersey when I guess I don't remember if Jaden shot the ball and Clay
I
was
think,
holding his jersey.
yeah, it was like some type of thing, and he was, staying with him, but
Yeah. And then from
they
there,
took
just
that
I
a little
think
bit too
Jaden might
far.
have did just a little too much. Yes.
He did
And
way
now
too
he
much.
didn't, yes, he
Slap his
did.
hand off or something.
Right. But you done ripped up his jersey, his titties all out. What is we doing? I don't understand. And then
And
Draymond
Clay
came
is
from
nice.
nowhere. Yes. Clay ain't about to get active with nobody. He was scared of Devin. Like, come on now. What is we
No, it
doing?
was crazy. The optics were crazy. You just see he threw Clay around. He saw Clay
Yes.
try to get him back, but that was so funny.
And then
And
here
then
comes
yeah, like you
Dre.
say, here come Draymond
Yes.
sprinting after Rudy
Attacking the
goes.
wrong person, mind you, because he seen what he did to Clay. So he like, I ain't gonna mess with him. I'm gonna put Rudy in the chokehold. I'm
No, no,
like,
no,
what
no,
is
no, no,
going
no,
on?
no, no, no. That's where I think Draymond did the right thing. I think Rudy is in the wrong because all the NBA
Was
players
Rudy
saying
not
too.
trying to break it up?
That's fine. But if you're going to break it up with your teammate. You're going to go grab your teammate. You're not going to grab the opposition, especially when the Warriors and T-Wolves don't like each other already. So you're not going to go grab Clay. You go grab Jaden. That's
Y'all
you go
know
grab
Rudy
your
is soft.
teammate and break it. No, he's definitely soft,
He
which is
probably
funny.
didn't mean that.
But they didn't already like each other because he was the first one to tweet when Draymond punched Jordan Poole last year. He was the first one to tweet and he said, what was it?
Oh, I
Uh,
forgot about that.
your emotions or something about that. It says you're weak. You're weak. He's basically called Draymond weak. But no, I get
Oh,
it.
he
I get
real
what
for that.
Draymond saw. I get what Draymond saw because the angle that he saw, it looked like Rudy was like this on Clay's neck. So I can
But
see
it's
that.
like you don't think your teammates would have stepped in if they felt like Rudy was attacking Clay. But here
No
you
one
come
was.
charging like a running back.
No one was stepping in. But then also that's Draymond's
Man,
role. His role is to be the enforcer. And so
and
especially when he
that's
sees
why he
someone
does
doing
stupid stuff.
that, I think Draymond was correct the whole time until he continued to hold and pull Rudy and drag
Draymond is an
him
idiot.
ever. I think the headlock was okay. I think the drag was too much, way too much. He should have let him go at a certain point.
He been doing too much for the past couple games. Like the game before, going at it with Ant because you fouled the mess out of him. Like, that's not the tree you want to bark up, clearly, because he started cooking y'all ass immediately after you pissed him off. Like, that's not what are you doing? I
That's
don't
just
know. He just
Draymond.
been on 10.
That's just who he is. I think
And everybody's scared to
this was
check
just
him.
bad. It was just bad optics. You ain't gonna check Draymond. That's for sure. Nobody about to check
They
Draymond.
have to control him. The Warriors have to control him. Steph has to be a big boy and tell him, look now, you getting all these texts and ejections early in the season. Then when offs come and we need you, you got to sit out 2-3 games because you didn't racked up 87 ejections during the regular season. You got to lock in now. Look at his kids. Everybody else kids can be like, look at daddy. They ain't like, oh shit, look at daddy. He acting the fool again.
He do. I never think about that. Like he do be acting a fool and got his kids around all the time. But I mean,
Yes.
he's a very honest person. So I'm pretty sure he's telling them this is my job is to do this. But that's what normal NBA people on Twitter don't understand is that's his role in the team is to do that, especially all the aspects. I
Yeah.
think yesterday the optics looked bad, but he was completely right to do that because from what he could see, it looked bad. He's the enforcer. His role is to, especially for Clay. It's different if
Right.
they do that to CP3, where CP3 going at least stand and take some punches from last time.
Hold on now, because he was throwing them hoes
He
too.
did throw it, but I didn't want to make him seem like he's trying to aggress at people. He defended himself. CP3 can defend himself. Clay,
Yeah.
Clay is more of the softer one on the team, so I can see where Draymond was coming from. But how many games do you think he's going to be suspended? Or do you think he will be suspended?
I think the suspension is coming. I think it's probably going to build on from freaking breaking Sabonis ribs in or chest in last playoffs. So it's just gonna keep building on top of each other until he is suspended for a long time. Which is bullcrap because I mean Ja is suspended all this time for holding a gun outside of NBA, not on the court or anything, not in the locker room. But Draymond can keep beating the shit out of people and just be like, all right, now go act right. Like I don't understand. It's kind of crazy.
Watching Gil's Arena was very informative today because them people been suspended and in trouble with the league a lot. So I guess
Yeah, Gil has done some crazy
certain
things.
there's certain rules to different incidents. So he was like, there's already like it's literally like law. Literally like the law. Like they have mandatory minimums and maximums with whatever charge you do.
Right.
Like he was fighting on the court, whatever. He was fighting on the court, so probably following that. He was like, those are like 5 to 10 games. But what Ja did was conduct detrimental to the league, and that's a indefinite. Like the office picks however many games they get to choose, rather than too many technicals as you sit out a game
Right.
or
Right.
flagrant 2, that's 1 suspension. The things that are already stipulated and statuted. So that's why Jaws is different. But also, he was already messing up. It wasn't. I don't think it was much of the
Yeah.
gun because it wasn't anything wrong. It's nothing illegal. It is a bad look. The context does matter. If he's in a strip club with a gun, he's in the car. Like the context does matter. It's not like he's out there shooting and posting a hunting gun or something.
Right.
But it's because of all the incidences that was going on with him, the mall, at his
That's
house.
kind of not fair. Yeah, because y'all are judging stuff that didn't even happen in the league, and it happened years ago. That's kind
Years,
of not
no,
fair.
all that stuff
You
was
got to judge
within
what happened
six
now.
months. All that stuff
I
was in
thought
6
that the
months.
fight within the mall was from like 2019 or something, or the
No, no,
fight
no,
with the
no.
little boy in his house that was like from a few years ago or something.
Nah, that was all like during the season or before the season. I think the fight with the kid was either like before the season started last year. So
Right.
that stuff had
So
been working
that
through.
can't really.
But he was just being bad all season last year. Like it made the league look bad. They had to do something about it because their star player and the one they were trying to make him the face or one of the faces of the league is acting like a damn fool outside the game. And so either way, even though it don't affect it, that's why he got that bad punishment because it was kind of detrimental to the league. But um, we could stay on Ja real quick because the Grizzlies played the Lakers last night, and nothing new. It's the same as the last time we saw them in crypto.com. A good little ass beating, spanked them real good. It was very nice to do that. 134 to 107. It would have been worse if we left our starters in, but whatever. But what last night Inside the NBA was talking about, and also a little bit of today, people are thinking, do you think that they'll be able to come back from this horrible start? Or you think they'll be able to make the playoffs? Because I don't think he has 25 games. We're already 10 games in the season. They're
It
2-9,
depends.
so 11 games in the season.
Who do they have these next few? I don't know what their schedule is.
And
But
Marcus Smart
it's
just
been
got injured.
oh no, they lost Marcus. They already lost D Rose.
D
They
Rose
got the
is injured.
Celtics. Then they got
Ooh,
us. They're gonna lose to us. And they
Houston,
got the
Phoenix,
Timberwolves.
Minnesota, Dallas.
Yeah, Yeah, it ain't looking good, man. Because I know they ain't gonna beat us, and they got us 2 times before they get job back. So,
Mm-hmm.
eh, yeah, I
And
don't
that's
know.
a in season tournament game. And if I'm not mistaken, y'all have to win that one. There, Memphis is already eliminated, but if I'm not mistaken, y'all have to win it. Or no, I think y'all may be
We'll be
eliminated too
fine.
already from that
We'll
one.
be fine by the
Um,
time. I mean, Devin is back now. That's all we really need. Everybody else can go to hell. But
is the first
yeah,
game that they play is tonight with him or all three of the players? Do they
yes,
play tonight?
yes.
Okay, so yeah,
And Brad is already on BS talking about he's probable. So I don't really know. F Brad. I'm sick of his ass. Him and that broke back can go back to Washington. I'm tired of him. All I need is book.
he was cooking
So,
our ass during that game
man,
last.
in the first
during that
half, and
last.
then that fool disappeared.
Yeah, we shut that shit down real quick. But yeah, I got to talk my shit about my
Lord.
Lakers. Woo, we had a tough time. Um, Getting blown out in Houston. We went 0-3 of our 4 game road trip, and that's 1-4 of our 4 game road trip, which is disgusting. We started to get a little bit more healthy, so we've been playing better as of late. We
Uh-huh.
have played the Trailblazers, and we beat the Grizzlies, beat the Suns. So those are our 3 games that we've been winning. Um, I think our best win of the season was that Suns win, though, at the Suns in a in season tournament game. So we're trending up right now. I'm
Yes.
excited to see the Sacramento game. Things are looking good. I'm liking the lineups. Cam Reddish is full of confidence. Torian Prince is
Yeah,
playing good. D'Lo's
that's all we
playing good so
needed.
far. He started bad. So hey, we've already done our job about taking care of y'all for the in season tournament stuff. So
Eh,
we're
those
good on that.
games do not count if Devin
They
Armani does not
definitely
care
count.
because y'all know y'all can't do anything with him. So now I just have to look forward to way next year because it's probably next time we're gonna play.
Mm.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see when that happens. So yeah, that was all the games yesterday. Um, I think it was how many weeks ago? Maybe last week, sometime last week. Saddening news came out that Kelly Oubre Jr. was hit by a car
Yeah.
near his house. Dang, he broke his ribs and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, luckily, it wasn't nothing serious, too serious, rather than his broken ribs. But they did say he'd be out a significant time because you can't put the casts on the ribs or things like that.
Right.
But
Right.
what makes it even more weird is the police, Philadelphia police, today released or watched the footage and said that there was no car around the time the incident happened. So they're not accusing him of anything, but the story ain't straight. So
Yeah.
that's a weird thing to be determined sometime during the season, but it's kind of unfortunate. Kelly was playing very good. He's a good dude, so I'm wishing him the best, and hopefully no weird stuff is going on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what Kelly would have to lie about. If he said he got hit by a car, I'm not sure where they would get footage from if he was in a neighborhood. Who would have the footage? Who did you get the footage from? And did they do something to it? Because
Oh,
it was
there's
somebody
there's
they knew.
cameras everywhere in this
So
world. There's cameras everywhere. That's why it's weird that there is no
yeah, I
car.
don't really know what's going on. And the police last people I trust. And I know it's super entitled to say release the footage to us so we can see what's going on, but like that's not making sense. And I don't think it's on Kelly Oubre's side.
I don't know. I hope it. I hope he not doing. I mean, he got hurt. Yeah, like you said, I don't think there's a reason to lie unless he was doing something he wasn't supposed
Right.
to be doing. Um, but yeah, why would you make such an egregious lie about being hit by a car if
Right.
there is cameras and stuff around and there's CCTV on every light and intersection, things like that. So
Right.
I don't know, but hopefully that works out in Philly for them and for him with his health. Um, what was another big thing that happened recently? What was the other one?
Um, I think we have hit all of my topics.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think there was anything. else that I had.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we just looking forward. Only big. I mean, we're in the regular season, early regular season, but I'm liking what they're doing with this in-season tournament. Like I said before, I'm a European soccer fan, so these in-season tournaments and the NBA Cup, I like calling it by its name. The NBA Cup games are they are intense though. They playing for this money, that's for sure. The
Yeah.
standings are East Group A, Pacers and Hawks are top two, Heat and Bucks top two, and B and C, Celtics and Nets top two. Uh, West A, Lakers, Jazz, B, Nuggets, Rockets, and then C is T Wolves and the Kings. And so, if I understand it correctly, the top two get an automatic bid into the elimination games. Then I think there's like a wild card. They take, a
Yeah.
couple or one wild card team. And so, or yeah, they take one, I think. And so that'll be interesting. It's coming up soon. So what is there, two or three more full play games because it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout November.
Right.
Um, then the championships December 9th. So moving on quickly. And it's been pretty good so far. What do you think of it? The intensity
Surprisingly,
and
yeah,
y'all's
it's
jerseys
been
in
pretty.
court was super clean.
It was too bad we had to lose in it, but our court was clean. Yeah, it's been pretty competitive, actually, more than what I thought it would be. So I'm glad that nothing outside of that stupid OKC Thunder game. Don't put them on TV no more, bro. They on restriction. But outside of that game, everything has been really competitive. So that's good. Even the Warriors managed to make it competitive, even though they lost everybody. I just knew they was about to get blown out. But I guess if you actually want to compete, you do, no matter what. So yeah, it's been pretty decent so far.
Agreed. Agreed. So upcoming games tonight, just give our picks on who you
Pretty
think is
full
going to
slate.
take them. Yeah, we already got one underway. Dallas is already beating the Wizards, so.
The Wizards just have no hope, bro. That's so sad. I don't know what's going
Oh
on
yeah,
down
you
there,
see
man.
Jordan Poole in the huddle. This dude's such a clown.
Yes,
I don't know why
I
I
just don't
picked
know
him
why he
as my
started
most
acting
improved
like
player.
that.
I
It just
mean,
doesn't
he
seem like
got
he was that much
paid.
of an a-hole.
He got paid. That money will make you do something. He got paid. He's the number one option now. The ego is huge. I get
Hey,
it.
I don't even know if he's the number one option with the way he playing, but I haven't really watched the Wizards game to know if people are keying in on him and forcing him to not go off or if he's just not playing well. I haven't really
He
watched any games.
it don't. He's not playing well just in totality. I don't think he's a good player. I was dumb for making him my pick for most improved player.
Man, I
He's
just thought
uh
it would be a little bit different.
he's
But
not a good player. He's not a good enough player to be a number one to lead a team at this point in his career. He's
I
not
just don't
mature
think his
enough.
IQ
All
is,
that.
yeah, his
No,
IQ is
yeah,
isn't
his
high enough.
IQ is never there, and I don't think he cares enough to make his IQ there because obviously he can't pay attention to a play that's being drawn up in a timeout. So
That was
he
just
he better figure something out. And being in a position like this, it's gonna force him to figure something out rather than being in
right.
Golden State and just sitting on winning teams. So um if you want to call, if you want to call them winning last year, it's probably more than what they'll do
No.
in Washington. But I mean, he was a part of the championship team. I think it's a very fluky championship team, but um, but yeah. So this situation is probably the best for him to figure out where his career is going to go, up or down. I feel like he's at a crossroads right now because
I mean, he
it's not
already
looking good
done
for him.
said we really should have seen this attitude coming because he said his legacy is stamped. He already got a ring. He don't care about nothing else. Everybody said a ring is what matter in this league, and he already got one. So he just chilling.
I
So he
mean,
don't even
hey,
care. I
if he's
really should
saying
have
it,
seen this
I
attitude
believe it.
coming.
If he says it, I believe it. So he telling us he's chilling. I'm gonna let him chill. I respect it. So the next game that's already underway is the Hawks Knicks. It's a random
um,
Eastern Conference game.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
take the
know.
Knicks on that one.
Yeah, I'm not really tripping. Oh, dang, that 76ers Boston game, I did know because I watched Pat Bale's podcast today. I did know they were playing. I just forgot. That'll be a good one on national TV. Um, so ready for that one. Oh, they late. It's supposed to start at
Yeah.
6:30. Um, we got Milwaukee in or Toronto in Milwaukee. So
Oh, that just started.
yeah, we'll see if the Bucks can shake off their struggles. They've been struggling to jail yet, but that's happens.
Giannis
They got
isn't
a brand new
playing.
coach and everything. He's not playing.
No, calf injury now.
Oof. I hope
So they just
he's all
got
right.
Dame back, and they just lost Giannis. So they still don't get to build chemistry. So yeah,
Yeah, that's unfortunate for them. Ooh, this is interesting because early season matters. It truly does. If you got to at least get out to a somewhat good start. So
right.
hopefully he gets back soon for the Bucks' sake and for the Bucks fan base sake. We got the Magic and the Bulls. Oh, quickly. I've been hearing the Bulls is not in good shape right now.
No,
And
Zach Levine is
a lot
apparently
of
getting
teams are
traded.
monitoring. Yeah, a lot of teams are monitoring the trades. I don't know if I mean, I'm definitely for a Zach Levine trade if he comes here. They were
Mm,
they were making potential trades on NBA Twitter of us giving up TP and Rui, which is not happening at all.
that's
Stop it.
not a good
Oh no, sorry.
trade.
Rui and D'Angelo Russell.
Okay, that's better.
No, 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 no. You can have
Zach
D'Lo.
Levine
Not
alone
taking
can
Rui.
score more than both of them. So I think
No, no, no.
if
You're
you
not
give
taking
up Torian
Rui.
Prince, that's a bad trade. But
You're not taking Rui. You can have D'Lo. He's been playing better, but you can have D'Lo. I ain't tripping on that. But I really want Alex Caruso from the Bulls if there's a way we can get him. So, um,
absolutely not, unless you give up Austin Reeves as well.
oof, nah, we not letting go our other white boy that we messed up with AC. So, um, oh, quickly, y'all have signed or planning to sign Daniel Tice off of waivers from he's getting his
Her?
buyout. Yeah,
I thought the Clippers were going to get him.
Clippers. It probably was Clippers. I thought I was tripping.
I was about to say
Clippers.
I'll gladly take him because sheesh.
I thought it was the Suns, but if the Clippers are going to pick up Daniel Tice off his waivers, the Pacers are going to buy him out. So
Uh-huh.
they get another big man. I don't. Oh, that's right. Mason Plumlee's hurt, so that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And so yeah, that's another thing that's happening. I don't really think of Daniel Tice as that high of a player because I mean I have Anthony Davis and nobody can mess with him besides the main people. And so good for them. Oh yeah, and it's playing can sign with the Clippers. So yeah, you're right.
Right.
But yeah, he's about even with Mason. I'd probably say Mason's probably a little bit better of a defender, but quality pickup, I guess. And then quickly finish out the night. Y'all got Minnesota. I think it's in Arizona, so that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Um, and then we play the last live night or national game of the night, Sacramento on a back to back. So we're old.
Yeah.
Our two best players are old. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. But luckily we got a short night last night. And lastly, the Pacers and the Cavaliers uh will take place at 9. So it should be a good little night of basketball.
Yeah, it looks like it's shaping up to be.
Yeah,
Um,
so looking forward to next week. We'll come back and discuss all the information. We'll have a couple more in-season tournament games, and that's it for me. If you want to close this out.
yep. Y'all know where to find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, She the NBA Junkie, and on YouTube, B-Ball Junkies 8446.
Indeed.
And yeah, we'll see y'all next week, then.
We out.